Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik, and this is a game War in the Pacific, Admiral's Edition, the play by email match against Jochen, and today we will check the 7th February 1942. Jochen is still the ally player, and for me, the Empire of Japan. Last turn we saw not really much activity. My attempt on Luganville failed again, even with my reinforcements. Mainly maybe related to that my regiment is not able to really take part of this battle. It's too high disorder. But I was able at least to really create high casualties for Jochen's American forces in Luganville. So they are simply dying day by day. Here we can see that Jochen take one base in Thailand and I take a port in Java. So, but all both are undefended, simply switching owner. This is my first carrier division, is now falling back. I damage, maybe sunk 6 cruisers, up to 6 cruisers are, let's say, damaged and sunk. But it's cost me half of my strike force, so I have to fall back and rearm and resize everything. This is Billington, only some smaller island, but it has some resource mines, so take it, why not? And then ship the resources back. This is I fall back, or I retake this base to land behind Jochen's forces and let him run and try to catch me, and I have my navy ships, so I can always move faster, and if he is in clear terrain I can use ships or airstrike or bombers to make an airstrike on his forces and slow him, and slowly maybe I can reduce his attack value, and only to support my attempt in South Philippines. I don't want to invest there too much, so it's only a sideshow for me. Nedini is also a secondary backup base. If the attack on Luganville will not fail, then I need Nedini. Once I took Luganville, I would always build the airbase in a small port. Here is Mark 14 attack on one of my minesweeping craft, but nothing really happens. Here we can kill one destroyer escort. But in return, he is a corvette. This is always dangerous stuff. And I think my submarine is damaged, because this kind of hits are always much stronger than the Japanese hits. So, but taking one destroyer escort out is never wrong. Then we hear the sinking sound, so that is okay. A damaged submarine for a killed destroyer escort, this I would always do. So Jochen detect my carriers, but this was expected. Then he also can find my second carrier division in Indian Ocean. In bad weather. So So Jochen's units are still in Mindelau on open field, so I strike them. There's simply nothing really better to attack for me now. I have my Navy bombers most of time on Navy attack primary mission and secondary land attack. And if there's simply nothing to find, then they're making this kind of ground attacks. After I get kicked out of Kukong, I have now the ability or the chance to attack Kukong and see how Jochen is moving here units up and down. If you have units in strategic move mode, then they are easy target for me to, let's say, at least damage them, maybe not kill them. At least a better target compared to this units in the mountain. So I can create here some damage, but it's far too less. Not that this attack was good at all. But once the unit is changing its move mode or strategic move mode to a combat mode, then of course follow-up attacks are not more so powerful. So that is why it's better to have one strong strike attacking a unit in move mode and have a maximum damage output at once and not many smaller attacks. Yeah, but of course this is always the hope in the theory. What has happened in practice is always other. So Jochen coming back with his B-17s. I have only some cloud fighters because all my aircrafts are now busy. It's my first carrier division, and I simply have. I lost too many zeros somehow that I really can, afford to have everywhere zeros. My clouds must do the job here now. Not that really much happened. We damage all, but we cannot kill anything. At least Jochen coming only in with half bomb load. Problem is, I think this looks now he's coming out of Port Moresby. And I think there's some rule like you can operate 4 engine bombers, but only with a reduced bomb load, something like this. So maybe here, I don't know if you need an airport of 5 to operate this kind of 4 engines completely, or 6 or 7 even. I am not so sure. I never play the Allies, but I know there are some rules with 4 engine bombers. 4 engine bombers are much more complicated to maintain. So for me, I think the size 4 airfield is the maximum I really need. After this is always only a question of size and numbers of airplanes operating. But it also means latest if Jochen have I think size 5 or size 6 airfield in Port Moresby, he will come with more stronger stuff. And latest at that time, maybe in March somehow, I must beef up the air defense of Rabaul. But I can let him come. Not that my zeros are the best to really kill this kind of B-17 attacks. But if I let him come, then I don't lose my pilots at least. Hopefully. I'm really tired of sweeping with my zeros and losing half of my zeros and losing all my pilots. This I clearly cannot afford. Not in the long run. So Jochen have everywhere his Catalinas. searching my units. So no additional airstrikes. Was a little light, I think, today. My next landing after this British carrier task force left the area, I can continue to pick up the last bases. And here's an undefended town somewhere in the Mongolia area. Nothing. Defensive base. Yeah, and because I saw that Jochen was moving units out of the Hex, I started the bombardment here near Sian again. I'm sorry if this needs now a little longer. So I can create some damage, but it's so, and we can see that the attack value is very similar, so we have a 1-to-1. I cannot break Jochen's line of defense, and Jochen cannot break me, so still this old standstill. The front of Sian needs some new input to really have a change of situation. Now the attack in juncture or bombardment. So today, similar outcome like all the days before. I losing again, some disabled, and Jochen mainly losing infantry squads disabled, but also some destroyed. So it is still in favor for me. It also shows me that Jochen still have here this 4,000, far too much. So on this front also stability, stagnation, nothing really changed. I try to break again this American forces in Luganville, but again, similar to last turn, the attack value of my infantry regiment is not 120, what is possible, only 31. So again, the missing attack value of the infantry regiment is maybe the main issue why I cannot wipe out these forces in one clean sweep. I can again, the fort I can always break, but now the problem is that my attack value fall from 80 last turn to only 46. This is simply not enough. Again, I have nearly no destroyed, but more of my units are getting disabled. Jochen losing all his equipment, so there's not more much what is disabled, more and more is getting destroyed. So every day there's more stuff from Jochen lost, but I cannot make this clean, fast morale victory. This is really a standstill, killing every last guy, every tank must be destroyed. Oh, maybe my TIE forces can get rid of this base force here, maybe. No, again. Now most of this stuff is disabled, and I think also support units can at least helping in defense. So this guys can defend but not attack. So because they are non-combat, only support. At the end, a very soft turn, I would say. Nothing really surprisingly happened. So, 8th February 1942, and the intelligence report was very nearly nothing happened. I lost nothing. This is a very strange situation sometimes. We kill one Catalina, one scout airplane, but all of this B-17s attacking me, all gets the damage, but nothing destroyed. But also for my China bombing campaign was a little maybe light today. The bad weather maybe grounded some of my forces. So at the end, nothing really happens. And ship losses was... yeah, we killed this destroyer minesweeper. Very... I mean, there was a torpedo hit and there was a sinking sound. I not saw it really going down, but I really believe this is a true information. So again, one destroyer escort is always dangerous stuff in the future, even now. So nothing in China really changed. Here in Mongolia we take this one more bases, but this is an empty base. So there's nothing to take. Here is the next base I will now go. Here's some resources. Okay, have some value. We're still on the move to Urumqi. Need maybe one more week. Hopefully we can take it easily. Take the next two bases here and one more. And then Mongolia is under Japanese control. Because here's a standstill, I have I must move my units around and maybe try to come from behind. We will see how Jochen will react to this. Yeah. Center is no change. I will try to bring additional forces here around, and because Jochen move out of this hex, so I move now my fast quick units here, catch him here, maybe then wipe him out here. After my division gets broken here in Canton, I must rebuild this first, so maybe 1 or 2 weeks later I can come again for Kukong. I will use some air bombardment to simply soften up and keep all the bases damaged, and this will burn supplies, and this will normally at least not, or it will avoid that Jochen's forces can really get stronger. They will not get destroyed by these actions, but I can maybe keep the status quo and maybe shift units around and find a new spot where I can attack in the future. Yeah, you can see Jochen took this smaller base, but again, there's no real value. I will bring a Thai division up and get rid of this and take it back. I also bring a Thai division here to take these two bases. No big change here. You can see this was here the battle of one of my submarines gets a little more damaged. I don't know which one. Ah yeah, this one maybe. Maybe not. It's only small damage. So I don't know. At the end we kill one destroyer minesweeper, it's okay. I have here my carrier division. Moving back, still have a high detection. Nothing else is nearby. I will meet up now with my... oh no. This is my light cruiser formation I sent back. This is the second carrier division. They will maybe reform and rearm this first India carrier division. Let's say this. I bunch here my submarines together simply to create more chances to maybe get a hit. And then I bring here also my carrier, so maybe if my submarines can slow down any ship, then my carriers can finish them off. But again, I cannot come too close to Rangoon. Here are 140 fighters, so I must must be out of range of these fighters. It's dangerous. I arrive in Sabang, maybe next turn I can take this base, and here is still some auxiliary, so here's a Catalina or something like this. Or maybe a Donier 24. So here's a scout plane, and this controlling all of this sea. I must get rid of this. Catching up Sumatra. Java also nothing really happens. I cut the line, I bring more forces, still more forces. Once I have all of my army here, I can move. Here's the 25th army. 2000 attack value. I focus first to take Batavia because it's the main port. Not really necessary for me later. I will operate everything also Surabaya and then Palembang. Batavia is only a backup port. But once I take this, then there's simply no port left for Jochen to escape. So I also will use some fast tanks to take here the last bases with a port, so that every forces of the Dutch must fight here in the mountain. And then they cannot escape more. Maybe save some time. Here is a ship moving east. Not sure what it is. But it will show me that I thought normally that there's normally nothing here more left, because I'm running also some carriers up and down by chances to pick up something. So I maybe must bring here in the future some Navy bombers. Of course, I want here some Navy bombers, but I was not able. I first have to repair everything. And I also need an air HQ sooner or later for torpedoes. So no change here. So because there was really no activity this turn, I don't know what I can tell. It's always the same. I land here now, I take this base, Jochen is moving here. This is clear terrain. So long Jochen is moving here in this hex with clear terrain, I can bombard him. Once he arrives in this hex, it's rough terrain, then I will stop this. My forces arrived in Bataan. Yeah, this is everything. This is only leftover units. So if I'm a little lucky, I can maybe next turn or in 2-3 turns I can maybe take Bataan out, and then I can bring all back to Manila, clear the mines, and be ready for the next operation. Yeah. And here there's a unit. Maybe this is a picking ship. Not sure. My sub don't want to attack. My carriers are going back, getting full detected, but nothing really happens. I was hoping maybe to find one of these picking ships here, but looks like they're all out of range. Somehow all my Air Force don't want to attack. There's really this... I normally have all my long range Navy scouts on Navy attack with 50% search. It means 50% can make attack, but they don't really attack. Somehow they don't like it. Because here I have at least one target I can attack. Yeah, it's only this one target. And this is out of range, this is 20. Ah, I give them 20. So normally they could go out and attack, but not sure how the game is calculating this. But I have often this issue that I can see targets and I have Navy assets on airstrike, Navy airstrike, but nothing really take off. So, yeah, a little strange sometimes. This is maybe really a calculation of the leader who say maybe if it's too cheap target, maybe he don't want to attack. But before I don't attack at all, I would normally attack always a cheap target. Naja. Okay. Nothing really else happened here. Thank you all. Take care. Bye bye.